This is Flagler Credit Union Stadium in beautiful Boca Raton, Florida. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Appalachian State Mountaineers and the Florida Atlantic Owls. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe will be keeping an eye on things on the sideline. This is Flagler Credit Union Stadium in beautiful Boca Raton, Florida. Another season of EA Sports College Football kicking off here in Week 0. It's the Appalachian State Mountaineers and the Florida Atlantic Owls. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. Appalachian State's kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bernard. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Gets the back moving. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Garcia. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Opening drive of the game, and they're facing 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. Having to kick it away after a 3 and out's not what they had in mind. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Wants to throw. It's Singleton. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. That is their junior quarterback down on the field, a guy they can ill afford to lose. Holly will update his condition soon. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Running inside. It's Lewis. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down. Makes a grab and room to run. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And the Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Singleton. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The give to the lone running back. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to take a shot. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Mountaineers decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt is on its way. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
Yeah, just playing the field position game. Nice job angling it toward the sideline so it doesn't go into the end zone. That thing rolls down inside the 10. Really nice punt. Yes, I said something positive about a punt.
Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Play clock was down to 5. No need to rush things. Make sure you got it right, so they'll use the timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Makes the catch. It's Messer. Brought down at the 20. It's a first down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory.
Man, that is exactly what you want. That is perfect execution. Back near your own end zone, man. You want to get that ball out of your hand. You want to create some space. And don't flirt with that end zone at all. Ball gets out of quarterback's hand. Receiver makes the play.
Finding some room. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
The Owls, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Right back to the well. There he goes. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. He now has 79 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Owls. Into the end zone for 6.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find their way.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking to throw, it's Singleton. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Well, one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Kill. 886 bouncer. 886 bouncer.
Wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. There's some room. The 20. He's at the touchdown, App State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
They say you play the analytics here and go for 2. I think it's too early for this. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and with that, they take the lead. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The run inside. It's Bernard. He's up to 86 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Now looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 26. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Messer. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've reached a break, and Appalachian State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Finds his big tight end. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Messer. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bernard. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. He'll run it again. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Would have been a makeable 49-yard field goal attempt, but they'd rather try to keep the ball and move it on 4th and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Wide open downfield. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Makes the catch. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
12th play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on 3rd down. Gonna look downfield again. Finds his big tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the 1st down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Just drives it between the uprights. And now they take the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Downfield, it's Singleton. Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
I tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing 3 allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
Running inside. It's Lewis. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Being chased. Quarterback gets the 1st down and more. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
Well, he hasn't called his own number very often in this game. That actually is the first time he's taken off and scrambled, but it was a really good decision. He's been killing this defense through the air. You've seen the arm talent. You've seen the accuracy. That time, really nice decision to tuck it and get what he can get. He's got this defense on their heels.
And the Mountaineers will line it up on 1st and 10. Across the 45. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Mountaineers are flying down the field. Might as well give it to him again. Here's a little room there. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a 1st down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And the Mountaineers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Kill. 180, raise call. 180, raise call.
Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Offense working from the pistol. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's there to make the stop. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6.
Kill. 139 Albatross. 139 Albatross.
So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Third and 6 yards to go. Back to pass, it's Singleton. He's got the tight end. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Appalachian State. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few 1st downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Lewis. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Singleton. Pressure coming. Trying to get rid of it.
Yeah, and you can tell the quarterback breaks a little bit and starts moving and tries to throw a little bit across his body. And why is that dangerous? You're not accurate. You're not accurate with the football when you do that. You could tell it wasn't close to being a completion. He's got to do a better job setting his feet, making a clear, concise, good throw.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Looking down the middle. It's complete. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down.
And he's in. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. He'll bring it out. It's Holloway. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Using his legs, it's Bernard. Just burrowed right into the middle, and this clock keeps running here late in the 2nd quarter. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific 2nd half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports Studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the number 3 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Hurricanes looking to get the job done on the road. Right now, it's early, but they lead this season opener. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. Looking for a man. It's Singleton. They go to the wide receiver screen. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The run inside. It's Lewis.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting the 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive That's gone away now if you have to punt.
The Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
On the ground, it's Roberts. And he's knocked down.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Singleton. He's going to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the catch. It's Garcia. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
The touch pass goes absolutely nowhere. Knocked down for a loss. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Hunt is on its way. No fair catches here, looking for room. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Appalachian State regains possession and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
To the air. It's Singleton. Pulls it in. It's James. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
This offense has put a pretty good drive together, man, like showing a little bit of balance, back-to-back plays, creating some chunks of yardage, and now really set up in a position to do well. 1st and goal, and the defense, their head's spinning a little bit because mixing the run and pass really well on this drive.
Looking for the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll go right back to him. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
It's too bad because this guy's had an incredible day statistically, already over 100 yards rushing, but look on the scoreboard and you'd never know it. Their defense has not been able to do their part, and you just wonder if it's going to be enough handing off to this guy to get back in the game.
1st down here for the offense. Handoff from the gun. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He'll take the deep shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Under fire. Complete to the left. Turning it on. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. Oh, the offense shows some life here. It cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And the extra point was good. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw. It's Singleton. Got his man on the outside. And they get him down.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Tight end now in motion. Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Lewis. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Fields to punt. Wants to make a play. Excellent coverage and tackle that time. And that's how the third quarter comes to a close. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bernard. Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The Mountaineers call a timeout. That's their 2nd. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Trying to change now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Taking it the other way. The 10. In with the pick 6. Touchdown, App State.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So here comes the Florida Atlantic offense ready to go to work. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big... breaks into the open. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And, man, he really hasn't been the problem today. How about that? He's rushed for over 100 yards, another big chunk play on the ground. They've continued to be able to run the football well, but here now in the second half, you've built yourself a deficit. I wonder how many more runs they got in them. They got to open this passing attack up and make some big plays.
They'll give it to him again. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He wants to change this route. Running inside, it's Bernard. And it looks as if Florida Atlantic will have enough for the 1st down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
To the air on 2nd down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Gonna take a shot. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Bring in the heat. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Here's the pressure. Going over the top. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the fourth quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock.
There's a headed to the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Sends it back in motion. Just going to keep it after the snap. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front. Guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
Powers forward. Touchdown, Appalachian State. And the route is on.
Yeah, and how about this offense, man, putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game one, they've done a phenomenal job.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Using his legs, it's Bernard. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The quick out. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Inside the 40. Might have a chance. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Owls have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Bernard. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Owls pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the fourth quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game, it looks like.
Appalachian State comes out onto the field to get the drive started. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The run inside. It's Roberts. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Quarterback takes a knee, and they'll start this new season with a victory. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're